very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Wednesday night edition of the show, the midweek experience, and it promises to be exciting, fun-filled, as always. My name is Tony Bitoye. I'd like to start by saying a very big thank you to you for joining us. If you've been doing what we've been doing, you will realize that we just finished watching that group of drama, group of draws, group of death. And it's not sorted out just yet, but one thing is sure, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon have been knocked out of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations after failing to get a win, after losing actually to the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. That's certain. The Cameroonians are out, but then who joins Cote d'Ivoire in the quarterfinal? That's the question that we hope CAF will provide answers to in the next couple of minutes, probably. But then all the same, it's been drama, it's been draws, it's been a whole lot from Group D of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. That's how I welcome you to the show tonight. Tunde Koiki starts off the show with me as well. Oyen Wichimachuku is also on the show tonight. Guys, good to have you on Sports Tonight. We just breezed into the studio now, and we are waiting for the final word because we need it. We know the Ivorians have qualified on top of that group, but then a little bit of history from that group.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, I can't remember the last.
I remember 1988.
I can't remember. Maybe, yeah, 1988.
I remember 1988. Yeah. We had Zaire, we had Morocco, we had.
And that was then because it was. There were 3 countries per group. It was 3 countries per group. Not ever since it became a 16-team format, we've never had a contest.
No, we had it. It was an 8-nation tournament at that time.
Exactly.
2 groups of 4, and then you just go straight to semi-finals.
Exactly. But ever since it became a 16-team format, we've never had
this kind of drama.
This kind of drama before. And I truly prayed.
You were hoping. I
saw Cameroon equalizer in the last minute. It would make it a truly spectacular event. That would mean that every single team in that group would have finished on the same number of points, scored the same number of goals, considered the same number of goals, had the same goals difference. It would have been a truly astounding moment in world football. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. The Elephants are through. We now await what will happen between Mali and Guinea, where a coin toss will decide the fates of 2 countries.
We've had this before. Under 17 World Cup in
Trinidad and Tobago.
No, not Trinidad and Tobago. And also Negama was the coach of the team.
Yes.
Nigeria lost out through the toss of coin. So it's usual. I mean, it's normal when 2 teams are tied on everything.
Oh, it's Finland.
Finland. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Finland. That was the tournament, under 17 World Cup in Finland, Nigeria, and Costa Rica, I think, in the same group with Argentina. Argentina were runaway leaders, but Nigeria and I think Costa Rica ended that group with everything the same. Same number of points, same numbers of goals for, goals against, everything. And Nigeria lost out to the toss of coin. All right? So what's going to happen? Who will lose out this time? We'll find out, I'm sure. If not tonight, by tomorrow, we'll discover who joins the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. But the story, as we said at the beginning of the show, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, a lot of people predicted that they were going to go all the way, but they've come unstuck in Group D, Group of Death, and the Lions are dead. I think that's the summary for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. But let's bring you into all that we are doing, and tonight tell you that please get ready to be a part of what I will be doing on the program tonight via feedback. Let's interact. Talk to us about it. And you could also suggest to us some other ways to break ties like this, football-friendly ways. Apart from just tossing the coin, there should be some other things we could do. Maybe bring the 2 teams that are tied on pawn to play penalties or do something.
A playoff.
Play something special.
Or use card offenses.
Or use their fair play. Card offenses and just do something.
You can't hold it there.
Yeah.
Those card offenses were considered in the heat of battle. I don't think it should be used to judge
whether
they should go through or not.
Talk to us about it on feedback on Facebook, channels iPhone Sports, on Twitter at channels_sports at Tony Bitoye. Let's know what you feel about it. How do we break the tie? Someone jokingly said, let the teams match out. Let's have a fashion parade. Let's look at the best haircuts and the best dressed teams and let them go through. What do you feel? Just tell us how you think we should break this tie between Guinea and Mali. All right. And of course, for those of you watching us and asking questions how you could follow all that we're doing online, the address, of course, for you, as well as YouTube, channels web. I mean, what you're seeing on your screen are ways through which you can also follow us online and be able to catch up with minute-by-minute accounts of what we're doing on the show. And for those of you you're on your iPad, on your iPhone, on your BlackBerry, m.channelstv.com, that's the address. Just go on, click on that, and you will be able to follow us live. And you can also download the Channels app for your Android, iOS, Windows, whatever device you have. Just download it and you are able to carry channels with you wherever you go. And don't forget what we've always said, 2015, tell us where you're sending your comments from. For those of you who are watching us from outside of Nigeria, tell us where you're watching us from, and so that we can also identify with you as we read your comments out to hundreds of thousands of people who are watching us all across the globe. All right, gentlemen, let's start with football politics. A new guy has come in, former World Footballer of the Year, Portuguese ex-international, Luis Figo, has also thrown his hat into the ring, and it looks like the number is growing as we get closer to the deadline for submission of the bids for those who are interested in becoming replacement for Sepp Blatter.
Well, Tony, I think these players are trying to test
the
murky waters of politics. And I think it's also a good development that a lot of ex-footballers are coming into the fray. But there's one thing to aspire, and there's another thing to be able to weather the storm. I think Blatter, going for his 5th term, is a well-rounded politician, and I think he's going to come up with ways of trying to scuttle the ambition of some of these guys, because you need, like we are saying it, you need like 5 endorsements to even
FAs,
countries,
national associations,
to be eligible to contest. How they are going to go about it is what I don't know. But it's a good development that a lot of people are coming, a lot of players, are showing interest.
Two so far, David Ginola and Figo now.
Yeah, I mean, some other dimensions to it is that, look, FIFA has been so talked about that it's almost becoming like a joke now. Everybody is interested. It's almost becoming like a joke. I mean, some guys could come up tomorrow now and say, look, I want to be there.
Maybe you.
Let me start from my own state FA.
I mean, it's become an all-comers affair.
Yeah, it's become all-comers, yeah.
I mean, the number is growing increasingly, and who says we might not have a last-minute entry before tomorrow's deadline? We know for a fact that the English FA is backing the Jordanian. We know for a fact that the Scottish FA is backing Michael van Praag from Holland. We also know that what's his name, Jerome Champagne, has not secured any endorsements. Neither has David Ginola. So, and we also know that what's his name again? FIFA president Sepp Blatter, like Onye said, is a well-rounded, very well-tested, battle-hardened veteran of so many of these kind of battles. He has a lot of these people in his back pockets. A lot of people owe him favors. So when after everything is said and done, it is increasingly difficult to see how how he's going to be removed from office, because if all the associations presented a united front, they might have a chance. Already the English FA and the Scottish FA are loggerheads. Other FAs will follow suit, lining up behind their own candidates. Meanwhile, you can expect block votes probably from CAF for Sepp Blatter. Block votes also maybe from
I was going to come to that. Yes, a lot of people have come into the ring ready to contest with Blatter for this one. But it's important for us to also look at the politics. Where are they going to get their votes from? We know one thing for sure, because today a top official of CAF said, look, for us, there's only one candidate that we know, tested and trusted, good friend of Africa, Sepp Blatter. That's coming from Africa. And we have about 50-something votes.
54.
Very key. Europe, presenting Luis Figo, presenting Michael van Praag, presenting Jerome Champagne, presenting Ginola. Looks like a divided house.
Well, Tony, and coincidentally, we are also in the political dispensation here in Nigeria, and a lot of people go into politics for different reasons. Some could be just to have their faces on the poster, just to have fame, just to be known, or just to be relevant. So But I think it's
So
good.
just be part of the equation.
Yeah,
so that when it is sorted, you get something.
I think it's good for these guys to give Blatter some form of competition, whether it's stiff or not, so that we don't have what we used to have in the past, where the man would just steamroll himself into office. But as it is now, Tony, I don't see anybody trying to unseat Blatter, because you see, the master stroke is what he has done by rotating the World Cup. You know, so just like Tunde said, Africa owe him that you know, favor to vote him in, because if he didn't do that, I don't see how South Africa would have won the bid to win to host the World Cup. So all across the continent, he has built some allies. You know, in South America, the man that died, the former FIFA vice president, you know, used to be his strong ally, and the structures are still there. He will still use those structures to put himself back in office.
So nothing to worry about for Blatter?
Absolutely.
So far?
Absolutely.
Nothing to worry about.
Someone are saying David Judola should stick to modeling and leave football politics alone.
All right, so nothing really to worry for Sepp Blatter. So this is more like a joke for these guys.
Absolutely.
Just ruffling some feathers and testing the waters.
If you are going to ruffle feathers,
really.
you are going to make a
huge impact.
A huge impact. Maybe the only person I see
Van Praag
that is a real candidate might be the Jordanian. He's coming out of left field. He's tremendously respected. He's young and vibrant. I know for a fact that a lot of people like
looking
him.
at him. All right, let's listen to Van Praag, and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Based on the principle of football for everyone that I want to introduce worldwide. And ladies and gentlemen, that is precisely the reason why I have invited you to this beautiful Olympic Stadium today. It is with great pride and great pleasure that I announced I sent a letter for my candidacy yesterday with accompanying declarations of support from the National Football Associations of Belgium, Sweden, Scotland, Romania, the Faroe Islands and the Netherlands to the headquarters of FIFA in Zurich. I am standing for election to become the next president of FIFA at the end of May. Now, as president of FIFA, I want to hold on to the good things FIFA has achieved, but I also want to do things differently to Mr. Blatter. You can see this in the countries I have chosen to back me. For me, they represent a cross-section of Europe's football landscape. They are diverse in every way. That is also how I see my candidacy. I want to be a president for all countries. Another thing I want to do differently to Sepp Blatter is my term in office. I only want to hold the presidency for a single term of 4 years. A single term of 4 years. This is because I want to make room for a new generation as quickly as possible. Let's just call it reforming an organization can be taken in 4 years. And modernization is exactly what is needed so badly. And that modernization will begin with normalization. This is a term which FIFA knows as no other organization. As soon as a football organization gets into political difficulties, a so-called normalization committee is set up to solve the problem. It is time that FIFA applied this tool to its own organization. Because FIFA is stuck in deadlock. FIFA is doing badly and has lost all credibility. FIFA is constantly under suspicion of conflicts of interests, of nepotism, of corruption. FIFA has its back to the future. FIFA has to change with the times. It has to become more transparent. It has to meet the demands of today. I have nothing against Mr. Blatter. In fact, I like him a lot as a person. However, someone who has led an organization for so many years and who has become the personification of its poor image can no longer be the face of a modernization operation of a new FIFA. Impossible. I believe that the development of football in the world will be better served with a larger World Cup. The competition should be extended to include proportionally more countries outside of Europe. This is because participation in a World Cup demonstrably accelerates the development and popularity of football in the participating countries.